Hello, friend. Good morning. Myself, Dr. K.M. Khalkar, Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. Friend, up to the last lecture, we have already covered the different chapters of our paper 5th Horticulture and Floriculture, in which we have covered the first one, that is the horticulture introduction. Second one, horticultural plants. Third one, horticulture methods of plant propagations. It may be of sexual propagation, it may be of artificial propagation. Then the points like as the physiological and anatomical basis of rooting, as well as the role of growth regulators in horticulture. Friend, in this lecture, we have started the next one chapter, fourth one chapter, simple one chapter, the title Social Practices in Horticulture. Yes, the special practices, with the help of that we will obtain the quality and the quantity of product, maybe of fruits, flower, vegetable, etc. The special practices may be like as the training, pruning, its objective, types, etc. In case of the fruit crops, like as the special practices like the Bahar Treatment, girdling, notching, ringing, bending, etc. As well as for the vegetable crop, the special practices like as the earthing of staking, blanching, etc. All these points we try to cover in this chapter, Special Practices in Horticulture. Friend, first one we will consider the why the special practices. To produce fruits and flower in large quantity and quality, some fruit, ornamental or flowering plants required the special practices like as training and pruning. What is this training? When a plant like as the climber or the ornamental plant or the flowering plant, fruiting trees is tied, fastened, stalked or supported over a trellis or pergolas in a particular fashion, or some part of these plants are pruned for making the framework of the plant, the processes or the operation called as simply training, that is the one of the special practice in horticulture, training. Training means to give a special, we will say, safe or structure or making a framework of the plants. Yes, making a framework of the plant. Like a best example in case of the grape plant is there, that is the climber. We give a special shape to that plant. With the help of that, we obtain quality and quantity of the fruits there. So that is, we will simply say the introduction about this special practice. The first we will consider here the special practice, that is the training. What is meant by this training? Training, developing a desired shape of the tree with particular objective by controlling habit of growth. Yes, it may be to controlling the habit of the growth is there, but by or developing a desired shape of the tree with a particular objective. Yes, there are different objectives. We will consider that point. The objective of the training is there, but both a particular objective by controlling the habit of growth, known as the training. Training, developing a desired shape to the plant. Training start from nursery stage of the plant is there. Yes, the training to that plant we will give from a nursery stage to the large one is there. Some fruit crops like as the grapevine, beer, fig, guava, all these plants they are required the training. With the help of that we will obtain quality and quantity of the product there. Then the next point, what is the objectives of the training are there? These are the different objectives. Here we consider one by one. To admit more light and air to the center of the tree to expose maximum leaf surface to the sun. Friend, we all know the plants they are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition. With the help of the process photosynthesis, they prepare their own food material, that is the solar energy is converted into a chemical energy, and that for the purpose of that, one of the objective of the training to admit more light and air to the center of the tree to expose maximum leaf surface to the sun. When we expose the maximum leaf surface to the sun, the rate of photosynthesis is increases there and it produces more and more flowering and fruiting to the plant is there. The second one point or objective to direct the growth of the tree so that various cultural operations such as spraying, plugging, harvesting can be performed easily and at lower cost. Yes, to direct or to give a safe to the plant or to direct the growth of the tree means give the direction for the growth of the tree, and with the help of that the cultural operation, cultural activity, whatever required for in the growth of the plant are doing very easily by a lower cost. Why? Because of a special shape, we will do all the cultural operation very easily. It may be of spraying, it may be of plugging, it may be of harvesting. We can do it easily at a lower cost. That is the second objective of the training is here. The third one objective to protect the trees from sunburn and wind damage. Yes, to protect the trees from sunburn as well as the wind damage. If the plants are grow in any direction, they may be with the help of sunburn is there, or it may be of high wind velocity, a damage of the branches may takes place there. To avoid it, to protect it, a training is done. And to secure a balanced distribution of the fruit bearing parts of the tree is also done, or is also one of the objective of the training. Balanced distribution of the fruits we will do with the help of training to the plant. So student, all these are the objectives, important objectives of the training. For the purpose of that, these special practices we can use for the purpose of the fruit plants or flowering plants, etc. Then the next one, that is the next point, that is the, we will say, principle of training is here. Principles, the first one, formation of main framework must be strong and the branches must be suitable spaced apart and the trees must be balanced at all sides. Yes, that is the first one principle of training. Form a main framework must be strong. The main frame, main stem of the plant must be strong and the branches must be suitable spaced apart the tree and they are balanced toward the all side. Means the growth of the plants, a shape of the plants which will be developed toward all side of the trees. With the help of that we will obtain more and more flowering, more and more fruiting is there. The first principle. Second principle, never allow several branches to grow at one place or very near to each other. Yes, the branches are separated there. They are grow toward the all side, and because of why the shape of the plant is balanced there, that will be maintained. That is the one principle of the training is there. A careful training of main branches is very essential. Yes, the careful training of the branches are essential. With the help of that, all branches are grow equal and the shape of the plant become balanced there, and with the help of that, quality quantity we easily obtain there. Whereas the another important points about the training is that if two branches are growing at same point, try to train them to grow at a wider angle. Narrow angle is always weak. Yes. And with the help of training, if the two branches are growing at the same point, with the help of training, we will make them wider angle. We will make them a wider angle, and because of why? By making them, because of why? By separating them, we will obtain a good product is there. So these are the principles of the training. Then the next one point, friend, we will be considered here, that is the system of training is there. What is the system of training is there? Or we will say types of the training is there. There are three important systems of the training that are there, like as the central leader system, open center or wedge system, and the third one, that is the modified leader system. There are few, like as the bush system, overhead trellis or the bower system, or the modified bower or telephone system is there. But out of the six, the first three systems are generally used in case of the fruit plant, like as the central leader system, open center or wedge system, and the modified leader system. We will consider one by one. The first one, that is the central leader system. In this system, friend, the name itself suggests the meaning of this system is there. Central leader means the main stem of the plant, or the central stem of the plant, main stem of the plant, make them lead. Make them lead means the branches we are cut and the main stem is go towards the upper side and they are grow well there. That is the central, means the central become leader there, to lead, to grow them very easily by cutting the branches of the plants are there. And in this system, the central leader branches are allowed to grow indefinitely, so that it will grow more rapidly and vigorously than the side branches, and the tree become tall, and such a tree bears fruit more near the top, and the lower branches are way less vigorous and less fruitful are there. So here the plants which will be grow high, they are bearing more and more branches are there, side branches are there, and with the help of that we will obtain a good quality and the quantity is there. In case of the few plants, the central leader system of the training is done there. With the help of that we will lead the center of the plants, we will limit to the branches are there, and so that we will obtain a quality product is there. The second one, that is the open center or the wedge system is there. Here this one is totally opposite to the first one, that is the central leader system. Second one, that is the open center or the wedge. The main stem is allowed to grow only up to a certain height, that is 1.5 to 1.8 meter only. That is means about the 2 meter we will say easily here, 1.2 to 2 meter. We will grow the main stem later than, then it cut for development of the lateral branches. When the main stem is grow up to the 2 meter, up to the 6 feet, then we will cut it, and then the cut for the development of the lateral branches. When we main stem is cut there up to the 6 feet, then the lateral branches try to grow well there, and because of why the lateral branches growing, that plants is having a special shape, it allows full sunshine to reach each branches is there, and with the help of that the all branches easily got the sunlight there, and that will be takes place in few fruit plant is there. And the third one system, that is the modified leader system. This modified leader system is intermediate between first two. The first two that are we will consider here, that is the central leader system. Second one is the open center system, and the third one, that is the modified leader system. Modified leader system is intermediate between the above two system, and it is developed by first training the trees to the leader type by allowing them the central axis to grow and unpruned for the first 4 to 5 years. First 4 to 5 years we will allow grow the system like as we will say the first one, but later on then the central stem is headed back and the lateral branches are allowed to grow in the open center system is there. So at first we will grow the only lead the central part, main stem lead for 4 to 5 years, and then we will cut it and the lateral branches are grow well there. With the help of that plant attained a special height and size is there. That is the modified leader system. It is intermediate between first two one is there. The bush system, an unpruned tree, multi-stem and dwarf growing habit is there. Generally, this will be takes place in the, we will say, the shrubby nature of the plants, the unpruned trees, multi-stem and dwarf growing habit. The bush system is done there. Overhead trellis when vines are trained, or the mandap which will be formed with the help of this, that is the overhead trellis are there. Modified bower, similar to bower system except after every 2 meter as space it kept to walk and carry out the cultural operations are there. That is the modified bower system is there. These are the total 6 system of training is there. So this about all about the training. Then the friend, the second topic, second point of this chapter, that is the special practices, that is the Bahar treatment is there. Special practices of the fruit crops. The fruit crops, generally the first important special practice, that is the Bahar treatment. This Bahar treatment, this practice is followed with fruit trees like the citrus, grape, guava, pomegranate, beer, lime in the state of Maharashtra as well as the MP, Gujarat. In the state also, this Bahar treatment is used there, and as there is no distinct winter, very cold winter, these fruit trees are usually continuous vegetative growth resulting in indistinct flowering seasons are there. This practice is useful, encouraging flowering as well as regulating the time about 1 to 1.5 months prior to the expected flowering. Irrigation withholding is done in case of the Bahar treatment, and on the basis of there are 3 flowering seasons like as the Mruga Bahar, Hasta Bahar, Ambe Bahar. Mruga Bahar flowering in June to July, Hasta Bahar flowering in October to November, Ambe Bahar flowering in December to February is there. So these are the 3 Bahar we will say, or the flowering seasons are there. 3 type of the Bahar treatment is there. That's depend upon a flowering seasons are there. If the flowering season June, July, that is the Mriga Bahar. If the flowering season October, November, that is the Hasta Bahar. If the flowering season December to February, Ambe Bahar is there. So these are the 3 Bahar treatment. What is the process of the Bahar treatment? At first, when we are selected the plants, the orchard is plugged up to 20 centimeter depth both ways, and the roots are exposed by removing the upper 10 to 15 centimeter of the soil within the radius of 60 to 90 centimeter around the trunk, depend upon plant to plant. So we will say here orchard the plug up to 20 centimeter depth, and the soil is, we will say, removing upper 10 to 15 centimeter, because of why dead and decay fibrous roots are removed in the area exposed. And when we are remove the fibrous root system, when we can removing the upper layer of the soil, automatically the leaves start to turning yellow, shrivel and fall down, and these are the indication to know that the trees have rested long enough and accumulated food reserved. With the help of that, they are reserved the food in their body, and the exposed roots are then recovered with original soil and necessary manures are added there. And after few days, again the exposed root system are recovered with the origin soil. If necessary, manures are added there, and these trees are irrigated lightly at first. After, means if they are all the roots, if they are covered with the soil and the manure, there is need immediately to irrigate lightly at first. Second watering is given 3rd or 5th day, and first watering stimulate loosening is there. And if heavy irrigation is given, the beginning, this may tend vegetative growth only. So the irrigation, the first, second irrigation after the, we will say, the Bahar treatment, the irrigation, the first 2 irrigation is very lightly needed there. Root exposure is not takes place in case of the sandy, loamy or other type of the light soil. If the soil is sandy, if the soil is loamy and the other type, the roots are not exposed in such a cases. The choice of Bahar treatment depend upon the availability of water and time of the year or the fruit required in the market. On the basis of that, we choose the Bahar. Then, where irrigation water is available, the grower prefer Hasta or Ambe Bahar. That's depend upon the availability of water. But generally, the grower or the agriculturist or the farmers are choose the Hasta and the Ambe Bahars are there. Then here we are considering the another we will say the fruit crop special practices like as the ringing and girdling is there. So friend, this is also the one of the special practices generally used in case of the fruits are there. So that are ringing consists of removing a ring of bark 1 to 2 centimeter wide around the trunk or branches. Yes, main trunk generally the ringing is done, and in that about 1 to 2 centimeter wide total ring which will be removed or the phloem portion of the stem is removed there. With the help of that ringing, that will play an important role in the growth of the plant, or with the help of that we will increase the concentration of carbohydrate above the ring is there, wing is there. While girdling is another milder treatment to draw a knife around the branch so as to cut through the bark but not the wood. Yes, like as the ringing, in case of the ringing, we will remove 1 to 2 centimeter wide bark around the trunk of the branches, whereas girdling is the milder treatment like as the ringing, but with the help of knife, draw a knife around the branch, and that we will say cut through the bark without disturbing the wood is there. A wire is tied very firmly around the stem, also serves the same purpose is there. With the help of that, we will increase the concentration of carbohydrate above the wing is there, and it will also reduce the nitrogen supply because the subsequent to the stopping of food to the roots and the root growth will be stopped, hence the supply of nitrogen to the tree will slowly decreases and become limited. With the help of means, so here are the two purposes. The first one, increase the concentration of carbohydrates in the required plant body, and second one, with the help of that, the supply of nitrogen we will slowly decreases, and because of why the growth of the plant is limited there, no more root growth, no nitrogen supply, and that will be results wide carbon nitrogen ratio, and the flowering is increased. To increase the flowering to the plants, the ringing and the girdlings are takes place there. So in such a way the ringing is done there, and with the help of that we will remove a portion of the bark is there, and because of why we will accumulate the carbohydrates in the plants are there. The next one we will consider here, that is the notching. Notching is similar like as the ringing, that is notching only soil slip bark about 0.2 to 0.0 centimeter thick and 1.5 to 2 centimeter length is removed just above the close toward the dormant bud. Yes, this notching which will be done towards the dormant bud in slant wise, so that the latex does not coagulate in the bud itself, and the bud selected should be large, plumby, healthy, which is produced on a perfect mature wood and has undergone dormancy is there. In such a cases, a notching is done. Generally 3 to 4 buds in the middle portion of the shoot are best to operate, and fig has been responded to notching, and it is practiced in fig cultivation. The season for notching fig is August to September. So notching generally takes place or done towards the bud is there. With the help of that we will obtain quality of the development of the plant is there, that is the notching. And the next one, that is the bending is there. So bending is a branch downward. Sometimes check the growth of the causes accumulation of starch in the branch with getter flowering, and this tends to increase the carbohydrate concentration. Yes, bending the branches of the trees are there generally in case of this guava tree. guava fruit plant, a bending is done there, and the bending brings pressure on the bark. On the translocation of photosynthesis is obstructed due to the narrow passage, and bending of the branches is usual as a substitute for severe pruning in shaping the young trees, and more fruits is born because of why more branches are left to near the, we will say, the near trees, more fruits is born, and because of why more branches are left there. So this is usually practiced with local guava variety in the Maharashtra state. So friend, all these are the special practices of the fruit crop, like as the training, their objective, type, system of training, and the fruit crop practices, special practices, Bahar treatment, girdling, notching, ringing, bending, etc. So today we will stop here, and in the next lecture we will starting the pruning. Okay, thank you.